Hello, Glamour Ghouls, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Midge Munster, and on this channel we do all things campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge because we gotta regroup. We gotta get back together. I've obviously been gone for a few weeks. I mentioned up front with the special announcement that I was going to take some time off to just get through that, and we did. Woo! And then I had a bunch of travel right after that. I have been in my house 4 days total of the last 3 weeks. It's been really crazy. But I'm back and we have a lot to catch up on. So originally this video was going to be a vlog of my time in Salem, which I just returned from not very long ago here. However, upon my return, I realized I barely took any footage while I was there. And honestly, I don't feel any kind of way about that. I thought that I was going to be dang it, I should have done better. But really what ended up being the case is that while I was there, I was really enjoying myself, and I was spending time with people I care about and meeting a ton of you, by the way. Thank you so much for those of you who made the trip and came out. But, there's just been between the special, which we're going to talk about, that's going to be part of today's video. We're going to talk a little bit about how the filming went towards the end of the video. And we've also just been dealing with some hard stuff. We've got some health stuff happening with our sweet doggy, and that's been really hard. And it was very nice to go to Salem and be with my friends and just unplug for 5-6 days and not be glued to the internet, glued to my phone, glued to whatever project I'm working on in that moment. It was just a nice reset, and so I think I needed it, is the point. So I didn't film a ton, but I do have some things to share with you that I want to make sure to include here. So point being, this is going to be a scrapbook video of many, many parts. We're going to see a little bit of Salem footage. We're going to do a haul of some cool things that I brought home from Salem. And we're going to talk about the special, where we're at, how filming went, and just in general where that is sitting right now. So if any of that is of interest to you, please enjoy and stick around. And if it's not, that's okay. We'll be back to normal format next week. I've started pulling up the Halloween decor, y'all. I came back from this travel time in full Halloween mode, so we're going to be doing decorating videos. I've got a really fun craft coming up that I've been excited to do. What else? A birthday cake video is in just a couple weeks. Can you believe it? It's time again for another birthday video. So we are returning to normal format very soon, but I thought today we'd just catch our breath together, if that's okay. So the first thing I want to get into is a little bit of footage from Salem. Normally when I'm in Salem, I'm there, it's very quick and dirty. I usually have a few days, a couple days, and I usually am there for something, or I have an event, or whatever, And I just don't typically have a lot of me time when I'm in Salem. So this time I did, and that was really, really nice. I got to do things I've never gotten to do before. And one of those was I got to go to the Salem Flea, and I've always wanted to go. I went once to an outdoor market. They did an outdoor, I guess that was probably in the spring. I don't remember which time. Yeah, it was last May when I was there. They do some outdoor flea markets in front of Town Hall, kind of coming down towards Front Street. And that was fun. That was really fun. But a lot of those vendors come in from out of town and things to do that. So I haven't actually seen what is at the Salem Flea year round in their actual building. And that was so enjoyable. So first I'm going to show you the footage from the Flea, and then we'll talk a little bit about what I came home with.
Off. I love them. This is gorgeous. This ghost wolf. Oh my god. $150 for the pair of these lamps is such a good price. I have no way to get them home. I've literally been looking for this lamp basically. I would change the shade, but oh, those are so good. I cannot believe this. I almost bought this foxblood dress a couple years ago and it sold out. And this is my size. We'll see. That might be coming home with me. Be sure not to miss when you're here. There is the second floor.
All right, so that is the Salem flea. Very, very fun. Definitely worth a stop if you have spare time when you're in Salem. It's very walkable. It's kind of off the beaten path in the sense that it's not on Essex. It's not on the like main drag that people kind of center around when they're in Salem, but totally walkable, worth a trot over there for sure. And I mean, as you saw, there was some really, really fun stuff. It's always just cool to see what different regions have in their antique malls and flea markets and things, because in Missouri, a lot of the things that I would want to bring into my home aren't always considered like worth keeping, I guess. So they don't even end up in flea markets or thrift stores. They just go to the dump a lot of the time. So really fun to see what they had. I only got a couple of things, but I showed this in the footage. I'm really excited about this. I love collecting like older board games, especially if they have a spooky tone to them. And I am a huge Bewitched girly. This was one of my favorites. One of my favorite programs. And this, first of all, the packaging. I love Bewitched, but I specifically love Endora, and anytime she shows up on anything, I'm like, I gotta get that. I gotta get the Endora. I found on here 1964 is what this says. And yeah, it's just really, really cool. It's got the game rules in here. Y'all, look at this, like, it's not a board per se. I guess it is. So here's the, like, the board. It's kind of a really thick paper that's got all these spots for the cards, and it's got Darren, Samantha, and Endora on it. And I just love the colors. And I don't know if you can tell, it's got like this magic-y glitter around all the characters. Just super, super cute. I have a little shelf in here that kind of has some of my, I don't know, like 60s TV nostalgia stuff. So I've got like some Bewitched stuff. I've got some Munsters collectibles, and I'm going to put this over there. But most of the cards just have numbers on them, but some of them are like, plus Samantha. I haven't read the rules yet, but I'm hoping I can kind of figure out how to play and maybe play it at least once, right? And then the only other things I got were a couple brooches, because I need to show you all the brooch jacket. I have been so bad at keeping up with sharing the progress of that with you. If you were not around in January, I bought a blazer and started like adorning it with brooches to wear. Basically, I wanted to collect brooches throughout this year, adorn the jacket, and then wear it for New Year's Eve this coming year. And I have been keeping up with it. I have bought lots of brooches and I have put them on the jacket. I just haven't updated you. But these were really cool. I fell in love with this. It's just like I don't know, it kind of was giving like Victorian funeral flowers a little bit. Really liked that. And then I found this really great, these were both from a vendor called Gilded Cauldron. I found this great sun brooch. And I've been looking for more kind of celestial pieces for the jacket, so this was awesome. And then funny enough, we're gonna kind of switch gears here for a second, but one of the people who came into town to meet me brought me a couple things, and she brought me this brooch. So that was such perfect. This one has like a crescent moon. I've been looking for a moon. So now I've got that and the sun piece. Lots of really good pieces for the jacket. I did get two more things from the flea market. Oh, is that them? Haha. I did. I stuck them in a book so they wouldn't get bent. I was like, that seems like something I would do. And I did. So the other two things I got were just stickers. And one of them was for a local drag performer who I really like, named Pee Wee Vermin. And I really, really like his drag. I follow him on Instagram. I've actually never met him in person. I just love his drag. So I saw that they had some of his merch available. So I got that. And then the other one is this deviled egg from an artist called Gut Rot. And it's like on chicken legs, which was very Baba Yaga to me. So it's just like all the things that I love. Y'all should know, if you've been around, that I love deviled eggs, and I have like a family deviled egg recipe that has been passed down, and I am like the keeper of the eggs now. Like it was my grandma, then it was my mom, and now it's me. I'm the keeper of the eggs. Big deviled egg fan. But so I was like, that's so cute. I love it. I love that it's a little devil and it's a Baba Yaga chicken egg. So that was all I got at the flea. However, when I was in town, Cody Crowley, writer of Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch, and soon coming out with a new book called Body Count. Very excited about that. Cody is a friend, but also just like an insanely talented author, and you should read her books. She's very, like, not even because she's my friend, her book is so good. You've got to go read it. But anywho, she was like, I've had something for you that I bought at the flea a long time ago, and I've just had it and been waiting for you to come back to give it to you, which is so sweet, so thoughtful. And she got me this sweet little Midge doll case that is in really good condition. I have like a little train case Midge, case, but I don't have this one. And see, you would have your little like doll and then your accessories and things and clothes would hang over there. But yeah, I love the art's in really, really good shape. A lot of times when you find these, the paint has been kind of scratched off, or, because a lot of them were for children, they're like drawn on or just not in very good condition. So not bad at all. And again, I have a whole like Barbie shelf with a bunch of my Midge collectibles. So this will join the train case and the beautiful Midge doll, that was made for me. Have I shown that on the channel? I gotta show y'all this doll. Yeah, if you didn't know, Barbie's best friend, Barbie's red-headed best friend was named Midge. So thank you, Cody. That was so sweet. 1963, Mattel Inc. Okay, this is a humglom of a video. There's a lot happening, but now that I brought it up, I gotta show y'all this doll. Hold on. Okay, I apologize for the detour, but I know I've posted her on Instagram, but I don't think I ever shared this on YouTube, and that is a crime. So this was made for me by Decite Mori Dolls, just as a gift. They just sent this to me, and I sobbed. So here's the Midge doll. Look at her. Isn't that insane? And it's got a hand-painted version of my favorite Vixen skirt. Like, this is my cartoon character outfit. My little striped crop top and my Talbot the Terror Erstwilder werewolf brooch that I wear all the time. And it's got a base with my logo that says Midge Munster, and she's wearing like Sam heels with the lollipop, and he's on the front. Like, the level of detail is insane. And she sent me accessories, so she has a little version of my Vixen Bride purse that she can put on. And this is I think this is a Draculara Monster High base, so she is like fully posable. Oh, and all my tattoos. That's the other crazy thing, y'all. I don't know if you can really verbatim photo or like illustrations of all my tattoos. Crazy. Like, correct placement, correct art. Hello. And I love, she's got this magnetic like bun beehive situation. And then my little Batwing sunglasses. Just insane. And she also made like a couple extra interchangeable like jewelry and brooches and stuff. Just like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. This has nothing to do with this video. I just cannot believe I haven't shown y'all this, because it is one of the most amazing gifts I've ever received. So there's that. Just had to show you while we were talking about Midge dolls. Anywho, so the other part of Salem that I wanted to share was that I was in town for originally a different event that morphed into doing a book club with Nocturn instead, and that was so fun. Like I said, so many of you came out, and some of you told me you drove like 4 or 5 hours to come to that event and hang out and meet me, and that was like insane. Just y'all are so wonderful, and I like every time I get an opportunity to interact with you, it is so humbling and like it makes me so grateful. I'm always grateful that I get to do this for a job, but I'm especially grateful when I get to like interact with the people on the other side of the camera, because this can be lonely. Like I'm talking to myself in a room most of the time, and when I get to talk to you and like hear your stories, and it's just really, really wonderful. And Y'all are just like some of the best people around. Everybody was so kind. One of my favorite interactions, I got to meet Catherine, who is a person who listens to the podcast. Anytime I meet any of y'all who listen to the podcast, I'm like, you're a real one. Not that the rest of you aren't, but it's a very like small demographic of my larger demographic that listens to the podcast regularly. And so it's always really cool when I meet one of the like 1,500 people who listen to our podcast. But Catherine was wearing those Crazy Victorians t-shirt, was wearing our podcast merch, and that just like made my day. And I got to meet Covenwood, Caitlin, and her husband. Like, that's a person I've been long time kind of like internet friends. Y'all gotta go follow Covenwood on Instagram. She has an insane vintage pumpkin collection, and like the old paper mache, like 30s and 40s jack-o'-lanterns, and I'm obsessed with her posting her pictures of all of her beautifully curated collection. I also got to meet a couple who are like these wonderful cosplayers. The husband is like the Captain Jack Sparrow of Salem, and they gave me this book that he compiled that's Sea Beasties, and it's like this full encyclopedia of like sea cryptids. I'm very, very excited about it. For those of you who may not know, one of my like special interests as a preteen was pirates and like sea critters. Like, this was something I was very, very obsessed with. So when they gave me this, I was like, I love this. And again, the lovely, lovely person who brought me this and other things, she's pretty private, so I will not say her name, but thank you for driving out to meet me, and just everyone. I met so many wonderful, wonderful people, and it was really special. I haven't been back to Midsummer Scream or anything in like a couple of years, so I haven't had a ton of opportunities like that to really just engage with the people who watch, and that was very like rejuvenating for my soul. So thank you. If you came out to town, or if you came to book club or what have you, thank you. And thank you to Mike and Kim at Nocturn for bringing me out for that and putting me up, and just giving me the space and letting me haunt your store for most of the weekend. Which, that being said, we had so much fun. We did some different things with Nocturn also. We did like a book scavenger hunt in Salem. That was Kim's idea. I had brought all these books with me, specifically 13 More Tales for Halloween by Andrew Knowles, my friend Andrew. I wrote the foreword to that book. You can get a copy. There's also a prequel, 13 Tales for Halloween. They're so fun, so cozy, like great short story books. Grab them now and start reading like one a day up to Halloween season, and you'll just feel like it's just gonna be, you're gonna love it, trust me. But I had brought a bunch of them with me for an event we didn't end up doing, and Kim was like, well, why don't you put them around the free little libraries around Salem? And so we did, and y'all loved that. So many of you participated. All the books got taken. I think I brought like somewhere in the realm of 15 or more, and they all got found, and people were having such a fun time with that. So thank you for engaging with that. If you got one, please let me know. Let me know that you got it. Let me know if you read it. Let me know what you think. Leave a review too. Like, if wherever, Amazon or whatever, go leave Andrew book reviews, because I want more eyes on those books. They're so good. Anywho, that was really fun and a great thought from Kim. Just such a fun, engaging community activity that we got to do. And then, of course, book club. Book club was great. I have a very little bit of footage from book club, so I'm going to drop that here. All right, hello everybody. So I don't know where we're at in this vlog. I've done a really bad job of remembering to record and keeping track of things, but I've been enjoying myself, and that's okay. But we are now here at Nocturn for book club. It is the event that I am here for this weekend, and we are setting up. We're in Nocturn after hours. Very exciting. Let's see, let me see if I can give you a little fit check. Okay, you can just barely see what I got going on. It's a long skirt. This is a dress from Lively Ghosts.
from their new cottage line. They just sent this to me. It's beautiful. And got on my FMA Nord belt. I just thrifted this floral urn brooch and my Ouija board earrings. I was trying to give 70s witch because for this book club we read Grady Hendrix' Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, which is about witches in the 70s. So that was kind of the inspiration for this outfit. Tried to go a little gunny sacks, a little, yeah, look at this. I just thrifted that. Isn't that fun? Got my thrifted rings on. Here's my Ouija boards. So yeah, we're just setting up and I'll show you a little bit behind the scenes when everybody starts getting here. Show you what happens at a Nocturn book club. If you live in the area, you should try to sign up, get tickets, and come experience one of these. They're very fun. This is my second one and it's always a good time. So let's go. Come on. Come on.
But it'll all just be like.
Hi, Cody.
Oh. Hello. Welcome to Nocturn Book Club, where we have our special guest Midge Munster, and we're reading Grady Hendrix's Witchcraft for Wayward Girls.
Yes.
For the book club? Yeah. It's time. Yeah.
Trash time.
Yeah. Let me get out of
A lot, or read like 4 books a year, or give this try a while.
Wow.
So that was super fun. If that's your first time seeing Nocturn in one of my videos, their store is just like the most beautiful thing on earth, as you can see. I have more footage of it in previous videos, but definitely shop with them. You can shop with them online also, and to me, they have one of the most well-curated, most interesting, unique stores in Salem. You can find just anything you could want there. I did get a few things there because I always do. My big purchase was this necklace because I've been wanting it, and it's from the collaboration with my dear friend Olivia Faust, who's a phenomenal artist, and Uneven Creations. Let me make sure I'm getting that correct. Yes, Uneven Creations is the metal smith or the jeweler, and y'all know. You already know. It's a scythe with a bow on it. I love scythes, and y'all know I got a big one over my fireplace. Olivia actually was one of the people who inspired me to buy a scythe because she posted these gorgeous like pinup photos of her with a scythe, and I was like, I gotta get into that. So I love that this is her art because it feels like a nice little connection between her and I. So I had to do that. I've been wanting a piece of her jewelry very badly. And then the other thing I got was a new Wonder Witch boutique shirt because I love her shirts. If you've seen me wear my like Mary Shelley's Monster Mash t-shirt, or what's the other one I have? Oh, I have one that looks like a metal band shirt that says Horseman, and it's the Headless Horseman. It's really sick. But I didn't know she had made this one, and I bought it so fast. It's a My Chemical Romance 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge Nosferatu shirt. So had to get that. That's a clash of the worlds that I was like, well, I need that. So that's almost the entirety of what I got in Salem. Normally I shop a lot in Salem, but as you can imagine, right now, my funds are tied up elsewhere in a massive movie production that we are trucking along on. But it's not a trip to Salem if I don't come home with a new talking board. I am, if you don't know, a collector of Ouija boards, talking boards, witch boards, and John, the curator and runner of the Salem Witchboard Museum, is like the ultimate dealer, and he always has something that I want or something I'm interested in, and he knows what to pull for me. Like when I ask him, like, John, what do you got? He knows what I want to see. And so I did come home with 2 new boards this time, which I think puts me up to 17. Too many. Let me know if y'all want to see like a Ouija board collection video. I know a lot of people are really uncomfortable with talking boards, but maybe that can be part of the video. We can talk about the history a little bit and why you shouldn't be afraid of them, because they're just a tool. They're chill. Because I do have so many at this point, I'm kind of specific and picky about what I bring home. They have to be kind of, special in a unique way at this point. And so I have this one, which I was really excited about. It's just the standard, like, William Fold board from the 70s, but what's special about it is that this one was printed in Canada, so it's bilingual. Oui, non, au revoir. And the box is in English and French as well, which is super cool. Some extra Midge lore for you. I spent years taking French classes, and at one point in my life was fluent. I don't know if I can still claim that because I'm just very rusty, but I have a huge affinity for anything written in the French language. So I love, like this says, the tableau parlant de William Fold. Just very cool to see everything written out en français. Very, very cool. So I loved that. And that was a very affordable edition, which was nice. And then this is one I have been wanting for quite some time. This is not the exact one that I per se wanted, but I'm thrilled to have this one. This is a Ouija Queen board. And again, we've got au revoir on the bottom there. But these boards are very old. This was made in the 30s, and we've got the original planchette, which is very, very cool. There is a version of the Ouija Queen that is more of like a blue and yellow kind of like rainbow background instead of the brown, which I would love to eventually have. But I couldn't pass this one up. It's in great condition and has the planchette. So very excited to own a Ouija Queen finally, which also is what I'll be referring to myself as from here on out. As always, thank you, John. Thank you, Salem Witchboard Museum. If you're in Salem, that is one of my must do. You have to go see the Ouija Museum. It's very, very cool. And John is amazing and will just give you the most knowledge you could ever hope for. So definitely go visit them. If you are planning on visiting Salem this fall, let me know in the comments if you are, because I love to talk to you about it. And I love to tell you how to prepare yourself if you're going to go in October. Godspeed. Okay, so that kind of brings us to the end of our Salem chat. So the last thing I want to talk about today before we wrap up is, like I said, we filmed the special. Yay! We did it. First thing I have to say is, because I haven't really been on YouTube since we chatted, thank you so much to everybody who donated to the GoFundMe. Oh my goodness. Y'all showed up and showed out in a way. I never get used to it, I guess is what I mean to say. Every time I have ever asked for your support, you have come in droves and with just so much kindness and support and excitement. And it means the world to me. That's all I can say. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all made that happen. You made that film and you made my dream come true. So thank you so freaking much. The weekend was crazy. It was one of the most intense experiences of my life. I will not lie to you. If I were to ever get the opportunity to do something like this again, I would do things very differently. Not in the sense that I wasn't happy with how things went. It just was wow, we didn't have enough time really to do everything we wanted to do. And that was kind of my fault. I just didn't know what I didn't know. And it really backed us into a tight corner of, we had to go nonstop for like 3 days, and it was crazy. And all the actors were from out of town, so we didn't have the luxury of like, oh, we'll wait and film something later. Like we couldn't. And we had the filming location for a very short amount of time. Just everything was very stressful. It was very stressful. But my sweet actors, oh my goodness, what a wonderful team of people. My crew, what a wonderful group of human beings who put up with so much that day. Like, they were sweating and dying and running and sprinting and just like worked themselves to the freaking bone. We were small but mighty, very small crew. God, the middle of July, and like so many of my actors are in full prosthetics, like full monster makeup, painted from top to tail, and just sweating in the July heat. Like, we were inside, well, most of the time. We did end up having to film one scene outside, and for that, to the actors it affected, I'm sorry, you know who you are. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just crazy, and I still haven't fully wrapped my head around it because it was so fast and furious that I felt like it's kind of like a wedding or something to that effect. You plan for like 2 years, and then the day comes and it's over in 24 hours, and you're like, did that happen? Did we do it? Kyle, my videography lead, like, him and I left and kind of had a post-mortem the following, like, a couple days later, and we were both like, did we get it? I don't know. Like, we both were kind of like, I don't know what we have. I don't... It was just a wild experience. I've done some film work, but nothing like that, nothing at this scale. Again, if I ever did something like this again, which I would love to, honestly, I would love to do another one like a couple years from now, but I would hire a PA. I would like just, have more people to support, honestly, and that's not me being like, to support me, but like to support me, because I was acting, directing, I was the writer, I was doing prop setup and tear down in full drag, like in full wig, makeup, costume, like working, just running through the house, running in the heat, like, and of course, Kyle's setting up shots and having me approve things, so I'm like standing, I'm never resting. I never sat down at any point during the day, which, it's my project. I expect to be the one that's like the most stressed out. I expected that, but I think I could have set myself up better to not be the complete mess of a person that I was by the end of that weekend. But all that being said, I think we're going to end up with something really, really cool, and I cannot wait to show it to y'all. Again, that'll be coming out in October. It'll be here at least a couple weeks before Halloween. We're aiming for a really early release in October, but I don't want to for sure call it yet, just in case we need extra like edit time. But we'll have at least a couple weeks before Halloween for you to see it. Going into next month, into September, we'll be able to start dropping some fun behind the scenes and promos and stuff. I don't want to give too much away too early, because there's some really fun surprises and cameos and just a lot of really fun, silly stuff that I don't want to take away from the viewing of it the first time. But I am wanting to share some things with y'all, because I'm also just excited, and I'm really proud of how it all came together. So all that being said, that's where we're at. It's filmed, and we're editing, we're working. We have a couple things we have to shoot still that are not with the full cast. That'll be filmed in the next few weeks, but whew, what a time. But just, thank you all again from the bottom of my heart for making that possible. This script has been in my brain for the better part of 3 years, and watching it come to life was just it was like a dream. I mean, it was just like nothing, you know, my degree's in theater. My whole life has been theater and acting, and seeing something fully from me that I wrote, that I created these characters, and like seeing that come to fruition in real time is like every theater kid's wet dream, right? Like it was just like, it was insane. It was insane. And seeing it when it's finished, I think is gonna be when it really fully hits me. That's all I gotta say about that for the time being. And I'll keep y'all posted. And we do have a little teaser trailer that I haven't shared anywhere yet. Some of you got to see it in Salem, but I haven't shared it online anywhere yet. So maybe we'll do that here soon. We're like really close to like, what, 57,000 subscribers? Let's get to 57,000 and I'll share it online. All right, team. Well, there you have it. This was a chaotic video. And if you got this far, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed catching up with me. And like I said, return to normal form next week. I'm excited to get into the Halloween spirit. I don't know about you, but I'm shifting. I'm shifting into Halloween mode. Not that I ever left Halloween mode, but it's time, you know? It's time. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all again very soon. Until next time, keep it campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. Bye.